if you're new here, don't forget to click that subscribe button and the little bell icon beside it. That way you won't miss out on any future updates. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back and joining me for a little bit of an update. So I was supposed to do a weigh-in and everything on the 1st of March and update. I got sidetracked with some lawyers and all that sort of stuff with the things that are going on in the background, so I didn't actually get to do a video. However, I did put up my exercise video and I'll link that up down below, and you can see where I went for a walk and all the rest of it. But today I'm here for a little bit of an update on what I've been doing and how this has come to be, and the channel, and now the Instagram, and also the Facebook group. So basically I have decided that I'm just making a separate channel and I'm going to share my experience with everybody. So for those that don't know, I've just recently on the 14th of January decided to go completely vegan, whole food plant-based, and basically I'm going to see if it makes an improvement on my health. So since then, I've had 2 weigh-ins. So I weighed myself on the very first day. I didn't take my measurements on the very first day, but I did weigh myself and I was 87 kilos. So I have now incorporated some exercise in, not as much as I would like, but I've incorporated some, and yeah, so it's going really well, and I'm playing around in the kitchen again, which I didn't realize how much I missed because my family has got older. The girls, apart from little Em, who I just make food for and all the rest of it, but it's nothing really exciting because she's, you know, she just likes what she likes and all the rest of it. But the others are pretty much self-sufficient now, so they cook for themselves, they sort of look after themselves, they're not interested in being healthy, they're at all, which is going to come back to bite them in the backside. And I keep saying to them, you know, you have a predisposition to, on my husband's side, their paternal grandmother actually died of breast cancer, and on my side we have thyroid conditions. So I try to reiterate as much as I can to them that they really need to look after themselves from now, not wait until later. But anyway, they're teenagers and they're going to do what they want to do, especially the sassy 14-year-old. But yeah, so they're watching me. I didn't tell anybody. So when I first started, I actually didn't tell anybody that I was doing it in the house. I just kept cooking meals for them and just made something else for me during the day while they weren't here, and I had it pre-done, so I still sat down to dinner with them and all the rest of it. Now we're all just pretty much, you know, like if I was cooking for them, or if I was, you know, making something that I know that they'd like, I'd still put the food down half the time they wouldn't eat it, and stuff like that. So my husband now knows that I have gone completely vegan, no animal products whatsoever in my diet, and basically he's trying to get on board. He's trying to help me. I had a bit of a talk to him about it the other day. He goes, I understand you've drawn a line in the sand and you're just done with it all and all the rest of it. And he goes, I understand that you did change your diet a lot when we got together and all the rest of it. He knew that I was vegetarian and stuff like that, and I did, just through lack of time and stuff like that, ended up changing my diet. So if you want to know more about that, I'll link the video up down below of my first video, which had my backstory and stuff like that. But anyway, he's now on board, and when he's out and about, he tries to buy me a salad and stuff like that. It's very hard. He said it is very hard to find something that doesn't have oil in it, that doesn't have animal products in it. So there's been a couple of salads that he's bought me, and they come with about 4 little cubes of feta. I just chuck the feta out, and the leaves that have still a residue of feta on it, I just take them out, and then I add some extra stuff in. So for the most part, it is actually working for me. He found me a really nice salad with some places where he gets meals from, and it's a brown rice and pumpkin salad. The only drawback is it does have a little bit of oil in it, but it's way down the ingredient list, and it doesn't taste oily. Like, you can't feel the oil, like there's no residue, so there's not a lot. It's more citrusy, so that's a good thing. So I did do my weights and measurements on February, and from the 14th of, in 2 weeks, I basically lost 2 kilos. I have a little spreadsheet here in front of me, and then I took all my measurements. So I took from my neck right down to my calf. So it's my neck, my upper arm, my bust, my waist, my hips, my butt, thighs, and calf that I'm doing, and also my upper right arm. So I took all those measurements back on the 1st of February, and so I didn't take any measurements until the 1st of March. So I gave myself 4 weeks. Now, I'm happy to say that I have actually lost a massive amount of size, although I haven't lost a lot of weight. I still have lost weight, but not a lot. Well, actually, to be honest, it's slow and steady. So I'm happy for slow and steady, because this time next year, I will be at my goal weight if I continue going with the current weight. And because I have a thyroid condition, it is a lot harder for me to lose weight. So it takes a little bit longer. I usually have to, put more exercise hours in, more concentrate on my food and all that sort of stuff. But eating this way, I don't have to concentrate on my food so much, because I know I'm getting enough fiber because I'm going to the toilet regularly. I know I'm getting enough iron because I'm not tired. I know that I'm getting enough protein because there's protein in all plants. And some have more than others. And I'm eating quite a wide range of fruits and vegetables and starches across the board. So I know that I'm getting enough there. I feel good. I feel energized. I don't have brain fog. I've actually had to set an alarm to remind myself to take my thyroid medication. I'm waiting on some results to come back. I haven't heard anything, but I only managed to get in for a blood test last Friday. So that's 6 days now. So I should have that. It's usually about a week to 10 days before I get the results back. But I had a full blood work done. I had a pre-diabetes test. I tested for iron, cholesterol, the good, bad, and the ugly, as the doctor called it. So across the board. And I've done my thyroid. I've also tested for vitamin B. We're looking at all the other stuff as well. I told her that I've changed my diet. I'm actually seeing an interim doctor at the moment because my regular doctor is actually away, and I wouldn't have been able to get in until the end of March. So basically, she was very, very excited about the fact that I had changed my diet. She is very much a advocate for the plant-based, which I didn't know until I was speaking to her, and she's quite an advocate for it, and she pushes a lot of her patients towards a plant-based diet. And as she said, and as all the doctors on the internet say, you can be an unhealthy vegan. The reason that I feel that I'm not going to become that unhealthy vegan is because I'm eating whole foods. So I'm eating foods as close as they are to nature, and I'm not having processed foods or anything like that. So the meat substitutes and stuff like that, because if you're going to go vegan, why bother? That's just my opinion. I don't care if that's what you do and all the rest of it, and the same as I don't care if you're here watching and seeing what my progress is to getting back to health and losing the weight and all that sort of stuff, and you're a meat eater. I'm not here to judge you. That is entirely up to you. I'm just here to do updates and to let you know what I'm doing and how my success and also my failures. So basically, I've had a lot of successes in the last month. So in the last 6 weeks, because it's been about 6 weeks since the 1st of February, and we're now I think the date today is the 10th, maybe 9th, I don't know, of March. So it's been about 6 weeks since I started actually documenting everything. So on the 1st of March, I did do my weights and I did do my my measurements. So I had lost a further 1.8 kilos. So I've just got it all written down here, and I lost a total of 20.5 centimeters all over. My biggest loss was on my butt and on my thighs, but I also lost a fair chunk off my waist as well. And I had losses across the board except for my hips. My hips stayed the same, but I don't actually carry a lot where I measure. So it will probably be a long time before I get any losses there. but I'm sort of, I've got points that I'm measuring down my body where I've got little bits of excess weight and stuff like that. So yeah, so the biggest loss, as I said, was off my thighs and my butt. So I lost 5 centimeters off my butt, and I lost 6 centimeters off my thigh. So that equates to a couple of inches off. If you're into inches, a couple of inches off. And I lost in pounds, I lost 3.96 pounds. So overall, since the 14th of January, I've lost 3.8 kilos, which is 8.37 pounds, and 20.5 centimeters in a month, basically, of all over, and that works out to be about 8 inches. So that's from my neck. Like, for instance, on my upper arm, I went from 36 centimeters to 34 centimeters. From my thigh, I went from 67 centimeters to 61 centimeters. So these are good losses, and I'm happy. And I knew that I was losing size because my clothes were fitting better, and I don't feel as bloated and all that sort of stuff. So it's been a really, really good month from the 1st of February to the 1st of March. Now, I did jump on the scale this morning. I didn't take a photo of it, but I have actually lost a little bit more weight as well from the 1st to now. So I haven't taken sizes or anything. I'm only doing that on the 1st. So my check-in, fingers crossed, I don't have a multitude of phone calls and all the rest of it. My next check-in will be on the 1st of April. So I already have the date written down. I have my spreadsheet and all the rest of it. So I'm pretty excited to see how I'm going. Now, some of the things that I have been doing is I started walking. I've been walking 3 days a week, and when I'm at the quilting machine or I'm cooking, I'm doing squats, leg lifts, side lifts, and when I get a chance, I do about 20 wall push-ups. That's just to take some of the pressure off my knees and all the rest of it, because I can't do a full push-up at the moment. So yeah, the pain that I was experiencing in my knees in January has subsequently gone. I can actually get down onto the ground again to get under the long arm machine and stuff like that without my knees paining. So that's really good. That has been an improvement. My skin has cleared up. I've still got a couple of little marks on me, on my arms, and there's a couple on my back that are taking a little time to clear up. They've sort of popped up, but apart from, I've got none on my chest that I had a fair bit on, and on this arm, this one's completely clear now. I don't have any bumps or anything, so that's really good. I have been reading like a crazy woman. I am following predominantly the starch solution, although I am struggling a little bit with not so much struggling, I'm getting a little bit bored with the starches, so I'm just starting to mix it up a little bit. I prefer to eat a lot more greens and all that sort of stuff than the starches. So my starches are actually getting a little bit smaller, and my green vegetables and non-starchy vegetables are getting a lot bigger on my plate. So I have a Facebook group now where I'm sharing the foods and the recipes, because I have a lot of recipes that I made many years ago that I've got from family members and stuff like that, or they're just things. I'm a bit of a throw together cook, and if it throws together well and it tastes well, then yeah, so I will jump on that and turn that into a recipe and tweak it and all the rest of it, so it's more tasty across the board for the family and stuff like that. So I've been sharing some of the experiments that I've been doing with the hummus and stuff like that. But the one book that I will want to talk about today is, I read this in a day. Basically, I read this in a day. It is Eat to Live by Joel Fuhrman, Dr. Fuhrman, and basically, I mean, I'm pretty much doing this anyway, but if you're someone that still eats meat and stuff like that, he just basically gives you some outlines that if you're a vegetarian or vegan, and if you're a carnivore, and how to incorporate more fruits and vegetables, and basically gives you some of the science behind it and all the rest of it. Great book. Like, I even said to my husband, like, this is not about beating you over the head to be a vegan or anything like that, but you know, he's got some health concerns too that he's worried about and all the rest of it. I said, just listen to it. We'll listen to it in the truck. I ended up getting it as an audio book because I started reading it and then I had to go for a really long drive the next day. So I got the Kindle version of it first and started reading it on that, and then I ended up buying it because it's easier to have the book in the kitchen than the device, because I was right into it, and then I finished listening to it on the weekend, and I am going to definitely listen to it again. I highly recommend that you have a read of this, and also Dr. McDougall's The Starch Solution. I'm struggling to find some of the books that I want to read, but I prefer to hold a book than a Kindle. So I found a couple places where I can get them. So I've got one, the China Study, that's coming to me, and I'm also looking at Dr. McDougall's Maximum Weight Loss. Now, while I'm not predominantly doing this for weight loss, this is a big part of my journey getting back to health. And getting rid of the excess weight that I'm carrying, because as I said, I'm only 5'4", and I'm carrying so much extra weight. I know I'm carrying extra weight because I do not feel good in my joints and all the rest of it, although they are getting better. And all the other problems that I was having, like heartburn and bloating and hemorrhoid flare-ups and stuff like that, have all gone, have all dissipated. I have not had any of that since about the second week of February, so it's about a month now. Nothing, no heartburn, no nothing. So yeah, I'm super excited about it. My doctor is super excited about it too. Well, the interim doctor is. I don't know about my regular doctor. We'll see when she gets back. She's super excited about it because I'm treating myself without having to treat with medication. So I'm super excited about that. As I said, I've started exercising and all that sort of stuff, and I had a little bit of a self-care care day this week. I was feeling a little bit flat and just thought, you know what, I need to take a day off work and go and just spend it on me. So I went and got my nails done, I got a pedicure, I got my hair done, I got my eyebrows done, and I got my eyelashes done. But that is it for me today. If you would like to follow along on my journey, you can find me on the socials, so you can find me here. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button as well, and maybe share it with some of your friends that may be interested, that you're trying to help them get healthier and all the rest of it. Also, you can find DD's Vegan Made Easy on Instagram, and also a group on Facebook. And I will leave all the links down below where you can find us. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you on the next update.